September 13th, college football Saturday, and we have a massive slate of games to go over. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you the 4 best player props to lock in on your slips to cash us out. And we're not done there because we're going to go to the sports books. We're going to talk winners. We're going to talk losers. We're going to talk unders. We're going to talk overs. So much to go over on this huge day with some great matchups. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're locking in and get ready to make some money.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
And before we get rocking and rolling and going over all of these free plays that we have cooked up, I'm going to need you to go ahead and smash that like button for me. Send this video out in the algorithm. More eyes on, more people cashing with us. And if you're new here, I drop these every single day, so make sure you're subscribing to the channel so you don't miss a free play drop. And the single most important thing that you can do, winible.com/ape. Get all my free plays. In this video, you're getting college football. Over there, you'll also get a free 4-man in the MLB, my favorite player to hit a home run, my favorite play in the MLB, all for absolutely free. So get on over to winible.com/ape. There's bonus free plays, promos constantly. It's the place to be. There's also a extremely active and fun Discord that you can join right through Winnable. Send you right over there to the premier group on the Discord. Now, I just want to highlight one special. We still have 2 slots for fantasy football full season where you can get 75% off with code Henry, Henry. Do not delay. They will not last long. This package has sold out multiple times, and it's only week 2. So you'll get all of my premium plays in every single sport all the way to the Super Bowl. But the one I really want to highlight is the Saturday Pass. You can get Saturday, and I'm going to throw in Sunday for this week as well, for just $25. All you have to do is use code PAYDAY, PAYDAY. Get in there, lock in, get all of my plays in college football and all of my plays for the NFL Sunday, all for just $25 with code PAYDAY. And if you want all of this for absolutely free, if you want a free month of VIP, now, I can't really say this on YouTube because I get strikes a lot for when I do stuff like this because they flag it as a scam or I share a link. There's free money. You could literally get a free $100. And on top of the whole flagging thing and the strike on YouTube, I'm really more worried about the apps finding out that I'm telling you guys about this. If I share it on YouTube, the app that I am talking about will get mad at me, take the promo code away. Why? Because they're giving away a free $100. And on top of that, they have some of the worst lines that I've ever seen. And it's a sports book that's legal in just about every single state. So if you live in a state like California, or if you live in a state like, pick one, where you can only do DFS, you can't do money lines, you can't do under or over. So by the time we get to the sportsbook play at the end of the video, you're tuning out because you can't lock it in. Yes, you can. It's not an offshore one like Bovada, which is also a great app. Go to my Stan.store, deposit $25. They'll give you a free week. But with this one, I'm also tuning a little cherry on top of a free month of VIP. So you get a free $100, free month of VIP, and some lines that are absolute steals. Text me at the number below. I'll tell you all the details so you can get your free $100 and lock in all weekend long. And then you can lock in all month long because you're going to get a free month of VIP. Now let's get into these plays. I got some plays that are cooked up to absolute perfection, and here they are. And we're going to Tennessee. Now, I kind of like the home team in this game versus Georgia, but Georgia's some dogs, literally the Bulldogs. They are a great, great defense. So you're probably looking at the screen saying, what are you doing, dude? How are you going to take Joey Aguilar over 209.5 passing yards? Well, if you don't like it, don't take it. Fade it. I don't care. But I love this play. Why? I'll tell you why. I think that in this game, it's going to be a little bit close, but slightly lopsided, if that makes sense. I think Georgia's going to pull out ahead early going, and I think Tennessee's going to have to pass the ball to keep up. Yes, Georgia's ranked highly. They have a strong defensive pedigree. They've been stout versus weaker offenses, but I think this is a step up in competition. They tend to make quarterbacks work, stress with pressure, disguise coverages, and Aguilar Might not get too many clean looks consistently, but I think he's going to get enough looks to get over this line. I think he gets about 220 in this game. Now, Tennessee historically has had trouble throwing big yardage versus Georgia. For example, in recent matchups, Georgia hasn't allowed the Vols to surpass 200 passing yards. But they got rid of that fraud that they sent to UCLA, who's actually losing right now. The last time I checked in New Mexico, they dodged a bullet with that one. And they got Joey Aguilar, who seemingly has come out of nowhere. He's had great success. I think he's going to carry that over because I don't think they're going to be able to really establish the run in this game like they want to. And I think they're going to have to pass the ball to keep up. That's why we're taking Joey Aguilar here. You see his last two games, 247, 248. The kid is a beast. He also had some great games when he was on Appalachian State. But, I mean, that's barely D1. Now he's on an SEC team. This is a good SEC matchup right at 3:30 on Saturday Eastern Standard Time. I like Joey Aguilar here over 209.5 passing yards. And we're pairing him up with Miles Kitselman over 1.5 receptions. I think they're going to have to work for this. I think it's going to be an absolute dogfight, like I already said. And I don't really see too many downfield throws, especially early on. They're going to have to establish the tempo and their game in this matchup. I love the home field advantage for them. I think, as you can see here, Miles has already gone over this line against Georgia. I think they're going to have to rely on the big fella across the middle because the wide receivers outside are going to have a little bit of a tougher time versus those Georgia cornerbacks. I love Miles. I think this is a perfect correlation for us on Saturday with Joey going over his yards and Miles getting his receptions. He's done this, like I said, head-to-head 100% of the times versus Georgia. Granted, it's only that one game, but I think he's going to get 4 to 5 receptions in this game as well. And he's gotten 2 and 3, respectively, this season versus Syracuse and ETSU. A little bit lesser competition. I understand that, but I absolutely love Miles. So we're taking him here for over 1.5 receptions. I don't mind his yards at 22.5. I think it's a little bit steep. I think he gets about 3 to 4 receptions for probably about 21, which is right at that line that makes it a little bit risky for his yards. So we're going with receptions here all day. I think Joey's going to lean on the big man and clear this line. Next, we're taking one of my favorite quarterbacks to take in all of college football on the over side of things, Malik Murphy of Oregon State. This kid's been a stud. He's thrown for 615 yards in 2 games with 4 touchdowns. He does have 3 interceptions. Oregon State's offensive profile, 318 passing yards a game, but they do have a weak rushing game, and they score about 21 points per game. Defensively, Oregon State is super vulnerable. Texas Tech has been explosive offensively, especially early in 2025. They're scoring among the top. They put up big numbers in both passing and rushing. Their defense is also strong, particularly up front. The preview notes of emphasis that Oregon State's passing attack will have its work cut out for them against Texas Tech's front 7. But with all of that said about Texas Tech's defense, Oregon State passes a lot since their running game is literally dog shit. Murphy's used heavily. I think that they're going to have to rely on the pass. Volume, necessity makes it super likely for me that Malik's going over. And like I said, I just think this kid's an absolute stud. He's had good performances so far this year. 64.2% completion rating, good yards per attempt at 7.6. Now they get a true test against Texas Tech. I think Malik Murphy's going to step up. I like him over 200 yards in this game, so over 199.5. He's done this every single game so far this season. Granted, it's been against lesser competition, but when we go back to last year, he did Georgia Tech. He got 205. Georgia Tech has a good defense, and he was on Duke. So, take that for what it is. But he's been playing very, very well since joining Oregon State. I'm not too worried about the defensive matchup of TTU. I do think TTU is the better team. I think Malik Murphy, though, is going to throw, and he's going to have to throw to keep them in the game, which I don't know if it's going to keep him in the game. But either way, I like him over 199.5 passing yards. And last, we're taking Trent Walker. Now, on a lot of books, it's over 75.5, but I have one for you that it's over 71.5, which I absolutely love. He's done this in back-to-back games. He's done this in 6 out of 10. He's the top option for Malik. Trent Walker is an absolute stud at wide receiver. And typically, the way correlation works, if you don't know what that means, what that is, if you take the quarterback to go over, you're taking somebody on his team receiving wise to do the same. That's just how it works in football. This has literally made me so much money year in and year out. Over the course of the month, we will profit. This is an extremely profitable method, so keep locking in. If you hate the plays, though, don't. I mean, nobody's forcing you to take these plays, but you're here for insight. You're here for knowledge, and I love Trent Walker on Saturday over 71.5 receiving yards. Now here's the play in all of its glory. Like I said, Walker is 71.5 here, 75.5 on a lot of others. This is Betr. Betr has great payouts, great lines. They allow the correlations. They do penalize it. They do that. It kind of sucks as far as that goes. It could be a higher payout play, but they take correlation because it is such an extremely profitable method, and they kind of take some points away from you when you do so, but it's still very good payouts. If you don't like it on Betr, you can lock it in on Dabble. Either app is legal in all of these purple states. But with Betr, you get a free $10 just for signing up with code FFAPE. You don't even have to deposit any money, but when you do, I highly recommend depositing $200 because this app is going to be literal gold all football season long, college and NFL. And we use them a lot for the MLB as well. Yes, you can lock these in on Prizepicks, but if you don't have Betr, get your free $10, get your free $200 deposit match, lock in with code FFAPE. If you sign up for either Dabble or Betr, either one or both, you get a week of VIP for absolutely free per sign up. Go down to my Stan.store. Any DFS app is a free week. Bovada and MyBookie, you have to deposit $50. They do have deposit matches. They're great offshore sports books. If you don't know what that are, they're just sports books that are literally offshore. And you deposit the 50, send me the screenshot. You'll get a free 2 weeks per sign up for those books as well. So tons of options to get into premium for absolutely free, especially the little mystery one there at the beginning. That one is literal gold right now. It's not offshore. It's a sports book, legal in just about every single state. So text me at the number below to get all the details so you can get your free $100. And now we are on to the Sportsbook play of the day, and I've said it 100 times already, but there's one that you can get in just about every state that's giving you $100 right now, and the payouts are amazing because they don't have line makers like FanDuel. FanDuel, DraftKings, they have like basically these math nerds, line nerds, MIT graduates, Stanford graduates that go in, make the lines, read the data, and find out where to set these lines. This app's a newer startup. We've literally bankrupted a couple of apps already. We have thousands of members locking in these plays, taking these apps' money. I bet a lot of you don't even know what Vivid Picks is anymore. That one's gone. Sports Millions got rid of us because we exploited them. And we're going to exploit this one, so you got to get in. Strike while the iron is hot. Text me now before this app gets rid of us, takes it away, doesn't give you a free $100, maybe even shuts down. And this is the play we're locking in. Clemson, money line against Georgia Tech. I absolutely love Clemson. I still think they are a very good team. This is a buy the dip situation. Think of it as like a stock market. Everything's going down. That's when you buy, and Clemson stock is going down. It's plummeting. And that's the only reason we're getting this line at minus 146, because they've had a slow start to the season. I still think they're a very good team. Yeah, I get it. They fell short. They fell behind to a mediocre Troy team last week. They lost to LSU in a tough game to start off the season. Looking ahead, lines for this game originally had Clemson at 9.5. Now they're down to 3.5. With a money line also diced in half as well. Georgia Tech is tough at home, especially behind their rugged quarterback, Haynes King, who's probably going to run all over the field, but he's a little banged up. The Tigers are 5-1 against the spread in this series. Clemson has a favorable schedule the rest of the way. I think they need this win so they can start salvaging the season. So we're taking Clemson here all day long. And then Oregon. I think they probably win by 3 touchdowns. Now, their normal line's minus 27.5. They could easily do that one as well. But we're going to buy some points here. We're going to take them for over. Oregon minus 20.5 instead of the 27.5 or 21.5, because I think without a doubt they should win this game by 3 touchdowns. And we love things that are without a doubt, things that are safe, things that are going to cash us out. Also, Clemson is still minus 146. I wanted to get this up into the plus number for you guys. Nice plus 137 play here, pairing these two together, turning $1,000 into $1,372 of profit. So you'll be taking home $2,372 when this play cashes. Lock it in. That's what I got for you guys. College football Saturday should be an amazing day. I hope you win all of your bets, even if you didn't get them from me. Go in, cash out, get your free $100, and I'll see you in the next one. We have a monster slate in the NFL, a lot of tough matchups. We're going to dive into them. We're going to go over them. That's going to be the next free play video that you guys will be seeing Saturday night. I might release it a little bit early so you have more time to lock in. The lines are already out. They're already set. But typically when I release videos too early, they just don't get the views, and I end up having to redo the video. So I'm going to be doing that video tomorrow on Saturday, probably later on in the day, maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night, so you guys can lock in a little bit earlier for those games that kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tons of matchups. Just from looking at it, I think we're going to also build another long shot. I've already built 3 and posted them in Winible, a couple different variations, but there's a lot of games that should be very close, a lot of games that I don't see being close at all, a lot of very tight matchups, tons and tons of division rival games in the first 2 weeks, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know if I'm a fan of that or not, but we'll dive into the NFL tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'll see you in the next free play video. Let's have a monster Saturday. Let's win some bets. Let's cash some money. And I'll see you tomorrow.